Hey guys, it's me, Gabriel, your leader of the wolf pack and your young healer, coming to you with that morning boost. Coming home. I'm not actually coming physically home. Sorry, Mom. Um, we'll see each other soon. Um, but the spiritual home, you know. One person put it to me. Sometimes it feels like we're, and this is obviously military minded, but um, it feels like we're on a deployment and we're just waiting for God to call us back home. And that for me at least, that definitely can resonate to the extent that sometimes it feels like God, you know, why can't I come home? I don't like this world. Why can't I just come back home with you? And I think those are the sucky times, to be sure. What I believe though is that God is trying to have us come back home. All these things of this world, they they don't matter. They aren't what make you who you are. Who you are isn't here. And you can't buy that. And so I think that's just the thing. You know, what it's good that we come to the understanding that, like, I don't want to feel stuck in this world. You have to acknowledge that, because if you keep enjoying the things of this world to the extent of, oh, I've got to have this possession for its own sake, and you have to have all these needs, the Holy Spirit knows what you have need of. And it is only unto us to step aside from our needs and recognize that He has fulfilled all of them. That don't need to do anything to try to make your worth what it is. Because your worth is already established by God, so anything else you would do would result in the fearful nightmares that we seem to experience. So God He's constantly calling us back home. And we recognize and see more of our home in heaven here on earth as we are loving, forgiving, joyful, peaceful, happy. These things. First within ourselves, and then to our brethren. For as you see within, so are you going to see without. That's something I've been trying to work on a lot. Really be conscientious of that dynamic, that it's not so much the world coming in on you and you're just kind of being tossed around like a little boat in a storm, but rather that what you see is largely based upon how you are within, your interpretation of the situation. Because you have two dudes on a bench, one could be in heaven and the other in hell. And so it's not so much the situation that needs rectification, but rather our discernment and understanding and our interpretation of it. And it's so much easier. See, one thing we have to recognize is that, okay, the way I've been going is not, it has failed me. It is not going to bring me the happiness and joy and satisfaction that I seek. When we recognize that, when we don't allow it to be so gray, but we are able to really see things as they are, we're more open to recognizing that the way that God has for us is so much more easier, so much more beautiful than we could ever imagine. And it's just, a lot of it involves a lot of just the undoing of what we have done to not be so caught up in it has to be this way or that way, but just allow things to be as they are, and to not judge the situation, to not judge the people who make up the situation, to just simply let the past go, so that you can move forward into the future, healed in the present, unencumbered and unhindered, and that with your brother hand in hand, we can all walk back to heaven our home in peace. So, I wish you well from here at the Wolfpack, and Godspeed. Peace, friends.